So today I'm talking about a P0449 code, what it is and how you go about fixing it. And so what is a P0449 code? Well, it's an evaporative emission system vent valve solenoid circuit. And what does this mean? Well, vehicles have what's called an evap system that basically takes the gas vapors from the gas tank and feeds them back up to the engine to get burnt off so they don't escape into the atmosphere. This is for emissions. There can be some differences in how the system works and how the components were designed and things like this. But the basics of what's going on with this system is that gas vapors are going to leave the gas tank. They're going to go through a hose over to what they call a charcoal canister. And the charcoal canister is kind of like storage for the gas vapors. And there's also going to be a component called a vent valve, which is just a solenoid that opens and shuts. And the vent valve can either be combined with the charcoal canister or it's going to be located right next to it. It can vary, it just depends on the system. But it's going to be located either inside the charcoal canister or right next to it. There's a hose that leaves the charcoal canister and goes up to the engine compartment. And up inside of the engine compartment, it's going to be what's called the purge valve, which is just another solenoid that opens and shuts when the computer tells it to. And the purge valve opens up when the engine's running so that the gas vapors can go in and get burnt off. And then it closes when the engine's not running so that the gas vapors don't escape. But when you get a P0449 code, the computer's seeing a problem inside the system, mainly with the vent valve. And so it's going to have to be troubleshooted to know why. And so what would be some possible causes of a P0449 code? Well, the first thing that could cause this, and the most common problem with this code, is going to be that vent valve has failed, or there's a problem inside the wiring going to the vent valve. This vent valve is just a simple solenoid that opens and shuts when the computer tells it to. That vent valve is normally open, and then when the computer sends it a signal, it closes, and then the computer tests the system to be sure it can hold pressure and that it's working correctly. And the main reason for that vent valve is that when you go to fill up the gas tank, you go to add gas into the vehicle, all that gas coming in pushes all those gas vapors into the charcoal canister and it can overwhelm it. So all those gas vapors that are getting pushed on, they're going to flow through and then they're going to push out that vent valve. A very common problem when the vent valve is bad and it's stuck shut is that when you go to fill up your gas tank, the nozzle will keep clicking off. And the reason for this is because all those gas vapors, they can't escape, and they're trying to go back up through the inlet. But the first thing to go and check when you get this code is going to be that vent valve and the wiring going to it. And there is going to be differences on how it's built, where it's located. Quite often they're built into the charcoal canisters. So if it is bad, you basically have to replace the whole charcoal canister, which is fairly common. Sometimes you can open up the charcoal canister and you can see it located right there. And you might be able to just order that vent valve. And on some vehicles, it could be completely separate. It'll be located like on the frame with some hoses going to it. But the first thing to go and check out is going to be that vent valve and the wiring going to it. There's some different ways to test that vent valve. One way you could test it is that you take it off and you blow through it. And if you could blow through it when there's no power, then that means that it's open. And then you add power and you try to blow through it. And if you can't blow through it, then it means it's closed and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. There's some good YouTube videos on that. But again, it's basically just a solenoid that opens and shuts. If you do go to check out the wiring, you will need to get a wiring schematic for your particular vehicle to know for sure what's going on. But basically, you go through, you check the wires, be sure there's no opens or shorts, that you are getting voltage back to that vent valve and things like this. Because the first thing that could cause this is a bad vent valve or the wiring going to the vent valve. And the next thing that could cause this is a bad charcoal canister. And basically, there just might be some kind of problem with that charcoal canister that's causing that vent valve not to be able to work correctly. It could be all clogged up where the wiring harness plugs in. There might be some kind of issue there. And this is mainly going to be when the vent valve is built into the charcoal canister. And this is one of the reasons why most mechanics, when they think they have a bad vent valve and it's built into the charcoal canister, they just replace the whole thing. So the next thing that could cause this is a bad charcoal canister. And there is other components inside the evap system that can also cause problems. But usually when these other things go bad, you're going to get other codes. Like, for example, if you had a bad gas cap, that would cause a leak. So you get like a leak code. If one of these hoses is not connected good, you would have an Evap Leak, which would also give you a code. If you have a bad purge valve, usually you get some kind of purge valve code. There's also a pressure sensor built into these systems, so the computer can monitor whether or not there's a leak or not, and if everything's working correctly. But again, usually when those go bad, you're going to get another code. For example, if you're also getting like a P0452 code, evaporative emission system pressure sensor switch low, then that would point to some kind of issue with that pressure sensor and that there is something else going on. And so for this reason, if you are getting other codes, be sure to pay attention to that. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to give a basic overview of how you go about fixing a vehicle with the P0449 code. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me. I'll try to answer them. this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.